Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my range pure PK guide. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the basic tips and tricks, some advanced methods on how to be a boss at range pure PKing. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you've seen my avoid pure PK guide, it's pretty similar to that. However, obviously we're one defense and no void armor, and we have the dragon throwing axes now in the game. So pretty good stuff. I'm going to show you guys just where I trained at, basically for the first few levels, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Alright, so I went ahead and moved my house to Relica again. For the early levels, I'm pretty sure I got 50 construction before I even trained, and it puts your house at Relica, really, or 30, you only need 30 for Relica Portal, but it makes it a lot easier to access rock crabs. If you can afford to do this method, basically I came here at level 1 range and about a cannon, and I would set it up over here just north, and usually you want to find a world where there's like at least a couple people, maybe 2 to 3 or more, that are killing rock crabs, and they're gonna get really mad at you, but honestly it's freaking hilarious. But the main part is like, you see how this guy, he's like waking up all the rock crabs, and this guy over here too. When you walk next to a rock crab, they wake up, and so you can your cannon can actually hit them. So if there's people like waking up the crabs, you can the cannon will be a lot more effective here. And so I did the cannon until about level 50, and then I went over here, bring some cash. You run just southwest to this this fisher guy over here. If you have not finished Fermentic Trials, which obviously you would not have finished that on one defense pure, you will need 1,000 coins at least to travel. So you talk to Jarveld, you'll talk to him for a minute, say, hey, can I come to that island that you're on? He'll be like, blah, 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 blah. And he'll say, all right, 1,000 coins, and you say yes, and then he'll give you the travel option. And then, oh shoot, I forgot coins. Be right back. All right, let's travel the boat, dude. Yay! All right, once you arrive on Waterbirth Island, you're gonna run west. And it's really simple, dude. Like, you can, it's so chill. All right, so you run all the way west, not this spot right here, because when you're low level, you're gonna get wrecked by the 3 rock crabs. So I like to go, I went to the 2 rock crab spot right here. You stand right here to activate this one, and then you stand right here and you kill this one, and you literally just AFK train. All I did was AFK train here until about 61 range, which is the level required for a rune crossbow, and then 60 is for a dark bow, and that's all you need to do. Once you get that, you make sure you have enough PK supplies to gear your count up. You're gonna have 60 range, so you're gonna use the same exact setup I have, except red d'hide chaps, red d'hide van braces. Doesn't matter what boots you use, just get some Fashionscape, ring of recoil, rune knives, P++ if you can afford it. If you can't afford ++, like the P++ is a lot more expensive than the regular. Just buy regulars if you can't afford the ++. Dragonstone bolts. Definitely, I highly recommend getting a Book of Law. You have to do Horror from the Deep quest for that, and that gives you a little bit of strength, and you need to get your magic up a little bit for that quest to kill the boss. And 26 prayer for Hawkeye, and protect item for your dark bow. Highly recommend that as well. And you can get 44 if you want for protect from melee, range, and magic for like PJers, and then Eagle Eye as well, but that's just kind of like preference. I find that 26 is good enough for low levels, and you don't really need the extra combat levels. So you'll be about 61 range, probably like around 50 something hit points, something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. Like, then you're ready to PK. Just make sure you have your right amount of supplies in the bank. I bring 1 range pot, 1 brew, 2 super restores. The brew is for like triple eating, so if you're like in a tight situation, you're about to die, you go tuna potato, brew, karambwam, and it's like it heals you like really quick. You do it really fast, so then brew, restore back up, and then obviously range pot back up. And so that's how I do it. And I bring 5 karambwams. Usually bring a looting bag as well, and a mysterious emblem if I don't have a tier upgrade. So mysterious emblem is, if you're going to be doing this, obviously as you saw in the range pure series, bringing an emblem and getting tier 10s makes you a lot of money, and they sell for like 2 mil each. So if you can get those, you're gonna make some good money, make money for your supplies that you buy, because supplies do cost a lot on a range pure. But if you're good and you know what you're doing, you're gonna get a lot of kills and make money, especially at the lower levels, like when you're fighting like the level 40s, and or even like I forget what level when I started. I was like level 40 something. You fight a lot of obby maulers, and even when you're level 50, you fight obby maulers, and you'll get a chance to get in like a berserker necklaces and stuff, which are like 3 mil. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of potential to make bank. And let's go ahead and get to the next step, which is going to be showing you just some tricks in PKing and how I do things. I'm going to go ahead and commentate some fights. This is all live, by the way. I'm not like commentating over this. I am, but it's not like, this is live. So yeah, be right back. All right, so right off the bat, I'm going to show you my quick prayers. 2 simple things, just protect item and Hawkeye. Really simple. We have a target. He is over here, and it looks like I don't even know what he's doing. Okay. Oh, I usually bring an anglerfish too, but I forgot it. So we're going to pot up right here. He says be right back. Okay. Another thing is I wouldn't recommend like hanging out in deep wilderness. I would, especially if you have like a high tier, I would just sit around here, maybe creep like around here. There's also some rushers that are creeping around too. Just kind of hide behind the trees. Like you don't want to like put yourself out in the open. There's a lot of rushers that'll just attack you no matter what. So just be on guard, especially in the 50 combat range. Just being a one defense peer, you have to deal with a lot of that. So be careful. All right, our target's coming back. We're gonna go ahead. I like to play with my sounds on. It's just preference. Quick prayer and good luck, dude. Drop the tuna potato. I like to rush spec, so I go like this, boom, to the dragon throwing axe. Didn't work. I'm gonna try to explain what I just did there in a minute. And you want to keep your HP above, usually above like at least 40. These guys have the Gmaul and they can whack you out just like that. So it's good. It's good stuff. No need to fear though. If you set up your bank like mine, you can gear up really quick and it's like not even a big deal, bro. Just get right back out there. If you take an L, just don't lose hope. Just get back out there because Gmaulers are usually like pretty OP, and it's like a big counter to this build. But I mean, there really is no counter. Like peers counter peers. Like it doesn't matter what kind of peer you have. Every peer is good if you know what you're doing, and yeah, obviously, I mean, I just got on, so that was a good example of what not to do. You don't want to sit too low HP when there's a Gmauler you're fighting. You don't want your HP to get below, like, I don't even know. You don't want it to be even half health. They can take you out from pretty much full HP with the Gmaul, so be careful when you're fighting them. I'm gonna go ahead and explain like how I do my first combo, which is basically I start off with the dark bow right into dragon throwing axe and hope for the best. It usually gets the kill. So I'm gonna eat an anglerfish here and run back out there. Okay, so let's go over hotkeys real quick. Basically, you go to the wrench down here. You go to this icon right here and hit the F1 icon. I like to use these hotkeys. Feel free to copy them if you like. It's what accesses your interface here. So if you want to go to spec bar, I press F5 and then F1 is back to inventory. F2 is gear setup, which doesn't really matter for a peer. F3 is prayer, which also doesn't matter. Pretty much all that matters is inventory and spec. So this one right here and this one right here. It's pretty much all that matters for a peer. And do whatever makes you feel the most comfortable, I guess. Like do whatever you like with those. Set it up however you prefer. And definitely get used to that because it's going to be really clutch for specking noobs, and you need to know what you're doing with that. So yeah, practice with your F keys. During this video, I'm just going to be spewing out a bunch of different ideas that come to my mind whenever I just think of something. Just tips and tricks. It's not really like 100% concrete. It's just going to be ideas that I come up with. There's things that you need to know for PKing and on range peer. A lot of it is pretty simple. A lot of it is really just what you would expect on any account. But for pure PKing, you're a lot more squishy and you have one defense. So you're gonna take a lot more damage. The key is to don't worry about someone saying you're a safer, especially if you're like just starting out. The key is to survive, okay? Just don't risk it too much, especially when you're starting off, like I said, because you're just gonna die a lot and get frustrated and not know what you're doing wrong. But really, you just need to make sure you're not sitting too low HP. All right, dude, we got a target. Let's freaking go. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna do my best to explain this combination. I'm gonna do it in slow motion. I'm gonna describe what we're doing here. All right, we're gonna hit him with the crossbow. Let's pot up. Good luck. Hit him with that GL and good luck. So I look for the XP drops. Dark bow, switch F keys. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah. You can't really explain that in you can't really explain that while it's happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the clip and I'm gonna explain everything that I did. Alright, so as you see on the right side here, you can see the XP drops. You want to make sure you get a nice XP drop. Go for the dark bow. If you can switch to accurate, do so. Special attack. Immediately switch to your dragon throwing axe in your book of law. Attack him. The dragon throwing axe is not needed in this kill. However, we got a nice kill with the dark bow. Be sure when you're specking at the same time, as we'll go ahead and go back. One thing to keep note is that as I was specking, I also ate at the same time. Pretty much, I spec and then I go for the throwing axe and I eat. Pretty much all in like one tick. So you want to do it very quickly. If the throwing axe is too confusing at first, don't worry about it. Just do the dark bow and then add that in as you go. It's just all about practice and repetition, and you'll get it down. I promise, you'll get it down. So hope that helps. And yeah, man. I forgot my looting bag, and that's not good because look at all this stuff I can pick up. It's like over 50k, at least 50k, probably more than that, of supplies that really is helpful to pick up. So make sure you try to go for a looting bag. Definitely get one of those. They're really helpful to have on a pure or any account in Bounty Hunter PKing because you just get everything they have in their inventory. You get everything they have. Just be very careful when you're looting with the looting bag, because you can get PJ'd, and if you don't have food in your inventory, you're pretty much screwed. Now, one more thing that everyone's been asking me is like, why don't you use a light ballista? I've tried it. And from what I've seen, dark bow is just a lot more superior on a pure. Now on a void pure or like a void tank, heavy ballista is a lot better. And I've put in a lot of hours in this account and a ton of hours on my voider, so I would definitely know. So take my word on that, boys. But at the end of the day, it is all preference. You can PK with a light ballista if you really want to. It's very good, especially if you have no more spec. It can get that nice KO, because the dragon javelins are just really nice. But it's really just preference. I wouldn't recommend specking with it, and I would still recommend bringing the dragon throwing axes. And the reason why I bring a book of law, so when I spec with dark bow, so here's my like dark bow spec. Whenever I see I get a nice XP drop on them, I know they're gonna be a little bit low HP, good enough for me to dark bow. I go dark bow, F5, accurate, spec, click on them, click on my opponent again. If you have auto retaliate on, you don't really need to do that, but I would just get in the habit of, fighting the guard, boom. Actually, I don't click my opponent, never mind. So yeah, dark bow, accurate, spec, boom. And then after that, you go boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. All right, so it's like, that's why I bring my book of law, because when you have a book of law down here, you can have that plus 10 range bonus. So boom, dark bow, spec, immediately F1, dragon throwing axe, book of law, spec, and you'll hit them again. So it takes a while to get that down. Definitely practice it, maybe in the duel arena or like on a buddy in the wilderness, whatever you want to do. Spec. Maybe don't even bring the book of law at first, because it takes a while to get that. It takes a while to even just get it down in general, but when you add the book to it, it can. Even I mess it up a lot. Not a lot, but sometimes I mess it up. And so it's definitely worth it to practice it. I don't have spec right now, so we're gonna fight somebody without spec and kind of show you what happens when I don't have spec. All right, we're out of spec. We're gonna fight this guy again. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, no spec. I don't have a spec pull in this account, so yeah, no safe, bruh. We're gonna go ahead and use dark bow to throwing axe this time without spec. Right here, boom. Oh, I misclicked. Yeah, I missed. Still got some spec left on the dragon throwing axe. It takes 25% spec to hit with the dragon throwing axe. All right, go for that and go for that again. Maybe. Too slow. I see too slow again. It can be kind of hard to get that sometimes, and I haven't played in this account in like a couple weeks now. But no excuses, bro. No freaking excuses, dude. He's got the throwing axe too. Be careful. Go for the dark bow. I only had one arrow. Never mind. Don't do that. So funny. All right, we're just gonna go for crossbow KO now, because obviously if you have one freaking arrow in the dark bow, what are you doing? All right. He's safe in a little bit. No, he's not. That wasn't an E. Oh, we got him. See, nice. Got to get him when they're risking it a little bit. You can kind of tell. All right, got an emblem off, and that's really good. The emblems are worth about 100k, so very nice to PK with those and to upgrade yours to get a tier 10, and also to obviously fight your targets, because you have a better chance of getting a tier 1 off of them. So I forgot my looting bag. What's new? But I mean, whatever. It's okay. All right, perfect. I wanted to go over how to fight obby maulers. So we pretty much every other build, like G maulers and other range pures, and even like mage pures. Not this guy, but like, you know, the guys, this toxic staff of the dead with the fire surge. No, they don't have fire surge. You know, the fire wave, whatever. The Zami flames. Those guys are probably like the easiest to kill, because they have that spec which protects them from melee. But we don't use melee, and just range just out DPSs the crap out of them. Just bring an anti-venom if you fight one of those guys, 'cause that's like the main thing that hurts. We have an obby mauler target. He's banking right now, so I'm going to show you guys how to fight them. The main thing is, when you're fighting an obby mauler, do not, like, they're going to be calling you safer, they're going to be flaming you. Most of the time they do that. They can hit pretty much your entire hit points, like 80 to 90% of your hit points. So this guy, let's see his level. He is 89 strength. His max is probably, I'm going to ask him what his max is, probably like 42, maybe 40. I don't really know. It's going to be pretty high, so he says 35. I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, he doesn't go for that early spec. 330? Oh, I messed. No, I meant. Okay, so that would have been a kill if I would have been faster with my throwing axe. Totally scuffed that up. That was a very nice Debo spec. I scuffed it up. Feels bad, man. Do not sit too low. He's got an obby necklace more than likely. So be careful. Just don't let them like get to you. If they say you're safe, and don't even watch. I guarantee you he's gonna hit like a 37 this fight, like a 40. Just like keep your HP a little bit higher on these guys. Like, be careful. Don't like sit too low, or else you're gonna die in rage. Don't safe, but you know, just make sure you know what HP to eat at. and they always have higher hit points than you, like way higher. So it's just, you see, he's like 35 is my max hit. He just hit a 37. I guarantee you can hit like 40s. So definitely be cautious when you're fighting these guys. Come on, the 0, no. Rip the dream. We got one more spec with the dragon throwing axe. Can we pull it off? We pull it off, and we didn't need it. We got him with the Debo. Nice, good fight, buddy. Angry. All right, nice. Tier 1 off that guy. Got some rune knives. Price check that real quick. Be very careful when doing this. I wouldn't recommend it. About 165k, not bad, dude. Plus all the supplies. And I forgot looting bag again. By the way, guys, you can also PK in this account in World 25, like Varrock or Grand Exchange. But the reason why I do bounty hunter in this account a lot more often is because of the tier 10s. Like I was saying, you make a lot of money. You may just make a lot of money off those, man. Like I said, they're 2 mil each. If you can sell them to the right person, you can get like maybe 1.5 at the very minimum. But 2 mil is usually what I get for them if I sell them, and it's just really, really good profit for the account, and it really just helps pay for the supplies. The whole basis of the video, man, is simple. Have your dragon arrows equipped, hit them with the knives on rapid, as you know, get those nice XP drops. It's really good to rush the spec because they don't see it coming. You know, dark bow F5 or whatever F key it is for your spec bar, accurate if you're skilled enough to do that. If not, just use rapid, and then special attack right after special attack if it's a good XP drop from the dark bow. If it's a good XP drop, oh frick, see, you need to be careful. People are ruthless, man. If it's a good XP drop, you just go boom boom if you're not used to the dragon throwing axe yet, and if you are, boom 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 boom, it's like that. Book of Law, plus 10 range bonus, very important. That is pretty much all there is to the guide. Like, I'm sorry it's not the longest, craziest guide. Yeah, like, there's nothing really much I need to say other than what I've said. I hope that this guide helps. If there's any more questions you guys have, leave them in the comments below. I am more than happy to help out further. It's just really simple. It's really simple. I don't want to overcomplicate things. It doesn't need to be like an hour-long video. So I hope this helps. And hope it motivates you guys to get out there and make some bank and have a lot of fun, most importantly, on the Range Pier. Be sure to look at the Range Pier series that I made. Obviously made this account from scratch, transferred some PK supplies over to it, and got right into PKing. You're going to have to find out how much I made. I made a lot of money doing this. A lot more than I thought I would make. So give that a check. I'll link it in the description below. All 4 weeks of the Range Pier series. And you guys are awesome. I love you so much. Be sure to tune into the streams and say hi. It's also in the description below. That's all for me today. Look forward to some Iron Man progression videos, which I'll be starting those soon. Been working on the Iron Man on the side, so look out for that. And some more video ideas that I have coming up. All right, give me your feedback in the description below. It means a lot. And be sure to like the vid and subscribe. Love you guys so much. Take care, and God bless. Peace.